wolf coffee mug! What? I said we should have the coffee ready at 7, right? Oh shit, I forgot about that. Getting it now. What was that site again? It's seawallstv.com. Oh, we got a sunset here and everything. Oh, it's gotta be perfect. Just get the coffee. Get the coffee. It's starting. Oh, I hope it's not gonna be like this every day. Hello Seawolves and welcome back to the show. I hope you all had a great summer, did lots of sailing, and of course the transatjacquesvabre has started, sort of, not quite yet for everybody yet, but part of it at least is on the way. So I guess it's time to dive in again, get into the details, and join each other for a very important coffee on the way to the Vendée Globe of next year. So I hope, just to start the show off in the right way, that you have something delicious in your cup. I got some beautiful fresh cappuccino in here. So here's to all of us, I guess. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Nice, excellent. Well, to dive in right away, very sad, of course, to hear that the Imoca fleet so far has not yet departed due to extreme storm coming in over the Atlantic. So many of you, of course, wondering when the race will actually go underway. So I guess that is kind of a good first topic to dive into here. What can we expect? When can we expect the Imoca fleet to actually go underway? Because I personally think that this might be a while, because we actually have a whole series of pretty serious systems heading our way. So maybe let's just dive into the map and take a quick look. So here we have an overview of the Atlantic Ocean right now, of course with the race course kind of being here on the middle right, and well, we can see already like a lot of storms on the Atlantic developing. If we fast forward in time a little bit, we see this like massive low kind of going over the middle of the Atlantic there, and we can see that coming Wednesday this is going to full on hit, of course, the coast of France, with this another enormous low coming kind of right after that, which is set to kind of well, if we're going to Wednesday late in the day, beginning of Thursday, we can see there's this massive storms. And I mean, this here in the center, this is 45 knots average wind speed. So if we look at actual gusts here, we're seeing gusts like well in excess of 60-70 knots. So that's really not something that even the Imocas are built to withstand. So I can fully understand the decision to postpone the race, of the idea that you know, to go into weather like this with 30 plus boats, we're going to see, you know, half of the fleet destroyed, people injured, etc. So good choice on that. But you know, if we move past Thursday, so that's already, you know, 4 or 5 days from here, you can see all of this in full effect. But as we move into Friday, so this is Friday morning, you can very clearly see here, kind of behind that system, another massive low developing, quickly making its way to the other side of the Atlantic, which will be kind of arriving there Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. So that puts us already around Sunday, so moving forward to there now, where we see that, you know, we get a little bit more, you know, less like super extreme weather. So this is kind of the picture in the end of Sunday, but you know, to be fair, that is a week long prediction, and you know, any prediction more than 3 days is basically worth not much at all. So, you know, this is a highly speculative part of the prediction, but it will be at least after Sunday. So that'll be, you know, 7 days from yesterday, so 6 days from today, at least, before there is somewhat of a window. But there also, if we go on to Monday, we see again sort of not such a huge, but again a pretty big low coming in also after that one. So there's kind of three big system. Then we see this kind of like trough, and we see behind that another big low on Tuesday developing. And so for my mind, really the only exit in the foreseeable 1 to really 2 weeks is this kind of trough that you're seeing there, where if they time it just right, so now we're looking at Wednesday next week, Wednesday 8th, this will be the picture. And I think personally, so if they would depart somewhere maybe in the beginning of Tuesday 7th, you know, then you have kind of Wednesday and the day beyond to kind of get clear and get kind of out of the runway of all this kind of like winter storms, you know, heading towards Britain, heading towards France. And so I think probably the first opportunity that's going to come along, if it is at all, because highly speculative, will be somewhere after next Sunday, maybe Monday afternoon, maybe Tuesday morning, something like that. Then there might be a 3, maybe 4 day window where it looks clear enough for them to kind of make their way underneath, you know, let's call it the storm belt for now, to make their way onto the rest of the race course. And really the same goes for the other fleets, because of course besides the Ultimes, all of the other fleets, so the Class 40, Class 50, Ocean 50, they're all sheltering in Lorient. But for the weather, it doesn't really make much difference there, because it's really, you know, day and a half sail. So they all just need you know, bigger time to kind of make it past Biscay, make it past the tip of Spain, and be able to really kind of clear that that stormy area. So my prediction is somewhere next Tuesday, next Wednesday, somewhere around there will be the first maybe opportunity, but who knows. As I guess a bit sad to realize that very likely you know, the start, at least for the Imocas, but likely also for the other fleets, to be fair, is probably going to be at least a week and a half or so away. But you know, I guess it is what it is, and safety first. We don't really want anybody to be injured or lots of boats to get broken. For now, the only class that's really decided to run the full race, to go on as planned, is of course the Ultime class, with SVR Les Artigues in first place right now. You already saw both Tom and Francois Gabard on board in that little intro there. Currently in first place, so a really great start of the race. And of course the reason that this particular class has decided to press on is because these ships are just a lot faster. They can cross a lot more distance, and I guess the calculus for them was just a little bit different than for all the other classes, where I think they are you know, because of their bigger size, they can just handle a little bit more heavily weather still, but also with their speeds, they're really the only class that is so fast that they're able to you know, cross the Bay of Biscay, you know, clear Cape Finisterre, and all the kind of nastiness, potential nastiness with breaking waves and stuff there, before this massive low really fully hits that particular fleet. So they're just calculating that they're going to be able to kind of make it past before the worst gets there. And so well on their way. Maxi Banque Populaire in second position, Edmund de Rothschild in third position, Sodibu 4, and currently Actual Ultime 3 in last place. And of course, you know, the race is still wide open, everything can happen. The whole fleet has, to be fair, amazing wind conditions. So they're currently, I think, in something like 25 to 30 knots of wind, and well, I see here on the dashboard doing speeds of 35.7 knots right now, average speed for SVR Les Artigues. So you know, these ships are just so incredibly fast. You know, it boggles the mind a little bit. I actually don't see a single ship right now doing under 30 knots average at all. So amazing to see how this is developing, and yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, but that's kind of it for now. So let's take a quick look at the other two classes. So we have the Ocean 50s and the Class 40s, and well, the Ocean 50s has already been completed, so they already reached Lorient. Of course, these boats also very, very fast, and we see that Solidaire and Peloton, so that's Thibaut, Vauchel, Camus and Quinten Fleming, I think is the right pronunciation, have won that race, so congratulations. Of course, it's the first part of the race, but still very cool. And of course, the Class 40s are the only class right now that is still running, with Ambrosio Baccaria and Nicolas Andrieu in the lead on board Allegrande Pirelli. And I do think that they were the ship that at the start hit the first buoy. And I'm not entirely sure if they actually got a penalty for that or what happened there, if they got a penalty but still need to take that somewhere. I know they were pretty much in the lead from the start and still are. So maybe if somebody, one of you knows, you can let me know in the comment what is going on with that. Maybe they already took their penalty and just re-established their lead again. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. So they should be in Lorient within, I think, well, the whole fleet probably within 24 hours. I think the number one is probably going to be there in maybe 10-12 hours or so, and then we'll know. So then the first two races will have concluded, and I guess the scoring will be a little bit different because as I understand it, there's no points or anything awarded, but they're just going to go on overall time. So that's the two times of the two races combined in the end. So they have a new starting line from Lorient when we start kind of the race proper, and it will be a little bit of a strange situation in one sense, that the winner in Martinique might not actually end up being the actual winner, because maybe, you know, if they came in last in this particular race, for example, they will add the times together, and so the winner in Martinique may not be the overall winner in the end, but that's kind of how it's going to work. One thing that was really cool watching the start of the Class 40s was that the Class 40s, of course, a similar development going on there already for a while, actually, that we're seeing also in the Imoca class with the skoubow. So many of the new Imocas are having this more bulbous, more round skoubow that you actually were first seeing in the mini class, right? We talked about that like 8 years ago, yeah, 8 years ago or something, that it was kind of like making its way into the minis. And we see this now, basically all of the new Class 40s with this bulbous kind of skoubow. The same thing that we're also seeing with most of the new Imocas, all using this more voluminous bow, which is just able to help lift the bow out of the water much better. And when you look at the various kind of like drone and chopper shots from the start, you can really see how how well this design works. So that was kind of interesting to see, and I'm looking forward also to you know, really see all of the skoubows in the Imoca fleet doing really well when they eventually get on the way. And yeah, I guess with the race not really getting on the way, that's it for now. I think over the next few days we'll do some more technical updates. So I might talk to some of the skippers, see what they think, see if there's anything interesting technical we can talk for you guys about. If there's anything you're very interested in, let me know in the comments, because I'll see what I can do. Of course, we're all making the show together. And yeah, for that, I think that's the show for today. Yeah, thank you all again for watching. I hope you have a great evening, and see you hopefully tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Ciao, ciao.